Tyler, take us into Major League Baseball.
Yes, sir. And we do have a ton of headlines here, and then like we've been doing for the past 5 weeks, this is our sixth and final week. We will be previewing a league from the MLB. And today we are rounding out all of the divisions in the league with the AL West preview. So if we have any, and I know there's probably not too many out there, but Rangers, Astros, Mariners, Angels, and Athletics fans, if there are any there, we do have some good stuff coming for you soon.
Kind of I don't want to say a weaker division, but
I
mean, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be good. It's going to be a good fight.
It'll be tight there, at least with the top three teams. But
I think we'll see 85 wins somewhere in there.
Well, the Rangers were actually the best team in the league, or in the AL last year. They were quietly one of the best. So and we will talk about that. But first, we'll head into some headlines. First and foremost, the World Baseball Classic has ended. Something Dominic and I have been promoting. Like crazy these last few weeks. So congratulations to our hometown heroes, the United States baseball team, for taking the crown in this year's WBC. USA bested the Puerto Rican team 8-0 in the finale to take the title. The Blue Jays pitcher Marcus Stroman won the World Baseball Classic MVP title, taking a no-hitter deep into the game. It was quite a clutch performance.
Do you know what inning it was by chance?
It was.
I know it went into the sixth.
It was like this. I think it was somewhere in the sixth. It might have even been the seventh inning. I know I was watching the game, and that would have been crazy. It was late game, but it would have been awesome to see. Regardless, pitched like a stud, and is one of the better pitchers in the AL East for sure, if not the entire AL. The popularity for the WBC was through the roof this year, and they should be seeing a lot of more promotion in 2021. It actually the finale got 2.5 million views on MLB Network, I believe, which, the network isn't exactly
wide-ranging.
Right. And then anybody who has MLB TV can tune into it for free, too, which I subscribe to MLB TV, so you could have gotten that for free. By far the best year for the WBC we've ever seen. We'll be back in 2021, 4 years from now. So congrats to the USA on that. Bring the title home, boys. The Rays have recently signed the Nationals' recently released catcher, Derek Norris, to a 2-year deal. Norris picked to sign with the Rays because there was a prospect of good playing time there. Norris should be the everyday catcher, which he would have been the backup with the Nationals. And actually might not have made the team after they signed Matt Wieters later on in the offseason. But he will be the everyday catcher until Wilson Ramos returns from an ACL tear that should keep him out until July of this season. The White Sox have committed to who they hope to be the future shortstop on the South Side. Tim Anderson reaches a 6-year, $25.5 million contract extension. In 99 games, Anderson amassed 9 home runs, 30 RBIs, and 28 extra base hits with a .283 average. So that's one of Max's boys. I see him throwing us mad likes up there.
A couple hearts, couple loves, couple loves.
Appreciate that, Max. That's your boy. They have a good young core there.
They do. They're doing rebuilding right.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I do believe that.
They have Moncada over there. They still have a slew of talent with Quintana and Abreu.
I wonder if Max will win like $20,000 if they win the World Series.
Well, 51 to odds, 50 to 1 odds. I mean, that's
$20 times 50. Is that what that means?
Right. Yes, you're getting a big pull there. Even if you do just only put $20 on it, you're set. And then this
51 times 20. He's looking at $1,000.
Looking at an easy grand there, Maxwell. So, like I said, I think it's a good investment. Shit, I don't know about you, but I like it. I told him to put 100 down. So, and then that's actually the biggest contract that the White Sox have handed out recently with a player less than a year of Major League experience.
In Major League history.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, no one's ever gotten a contract this big with less than a year. I think he has. He had a little over 100 games. I think
99 games.
99 games. Okay, so. That was surprising to me.
Right. The Rangers made another, money blast here with signing second baseman Rougned Odor. They have agreed to a 6-year, $49.5 million deal. Odor hit .271 with 33 homers, 88 RBIs in 2016, and also laid one of the best punches we've seen in sports on Jose Bautista, right across the dome piece. Odor is only 23 years old, setting him up for free agency in his prime at the age of 29.
Ooh.
And
in baseball, 30 years old, you still get a lot.
Oh, yeah.
At 35,
yeah.
you're still looking at like a 2-year deal that's going to get you a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, well, Cespedes was 4 and 110 this year, and I think I want to say he's 32.
Okay,
31,
exactly.
32.
So if he plays well through,
yep,
he's probably looking at another $49 million deal.
Right. And speaking of young guns signing, we are on a third one here. This kid got a big contract. Shortstop Francisco Lindor from the Indians. Their GM of the Indians, Mike Chernoff's 6-year-old son Brody, was invited to the broadcast booth to talk baseball with the boys. They asked him if he was working on any new deals, and he came out saying he's trying to get Lindor to play for 7 more years. Then the announcer Tom Hamilton joked that him and Brody should just stop talking. That was before the deal was announced, I guess. I did see that video. It was pretty funny.
Was the deal actually officially announced? Did you see anything?
You know, I haven't seen anything that's been officially announced.
I know shortstop is it's like finding a quarterback in the NFL. It's hard.
There's quite a few shortstops coming up now with the kid over the Yankees, Torres. The Mets have the one kid, Ahmed Rosario. The Phillies obviously have J.P. Crawford. Dansby Swanson down with the Braves is another big name. So there are some big young names coming in, and Lindor obviously a couple years ahead of the curve there, but one of the brighter young talents here.
I love it. I'm sure he didn't expect the real answer. Like, hey, is your dad working on just? Yeah, he's signing a lot of players.
Yeah,
he's been in his dad's office under the desk. It seems like.
Right. Take the kid to
Lindor,
work.
7 years. He's like, okay, kid, I think you and I need to stop talking.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah.
Barry Bonds, who was previously the hitting coach for the Miami Marlins last season, will now be going back to the Bay as a special advisor for the San Fran Giants, the team that he got his glory with. He will be working directly with CEO Larry Baer and will join the spring training team. I actually saw a video of him today knocking balls out of the park in batting practice, which was always fun to watch.
Yes.
Regardless of what your thoughts are on Barry Bonds, it's always fun to see him blast them out of the park. The Yankees have actually released recent signees, signed with them this offseason. Left-hand pitcher John Neese from their team. John Neese now becomes a free agent and can sign anywhere. Next on to some Mike Trout news, and we will actually be covering Trout a little bit with the Angels. Mike Trout is arguably the best young player in baseball. You have here that you think he is the best, hands down.
I do.
There's, you got the Bryce Harpers, and then you got all these, Chris Bryant, Rizzo, all these big young names. So definitely could be put up for argument. And obviously his team isn't winning quite like the others are, but
of course.
He is one of the better players, and he came up with a good idea. Just how spring training and preseason games work by getting younger players experience. He feels that umpires should be treated no differently. Trout said veteran umpires should get back into game shape by starting in the first 5 or 6 innings and then hand the reins over to the guys that do the minor league games. An evaluator said that this could give major league officials a closer look at younger umpires under conditions closer to those than in the higher levels. The New York Mets are dealing with some injury woes here. Left-hand pitcher Steven Matz is having elbow discomfort and will likely be out of the opening day rotation. This will open a spot for former top prospect Zach Wheeler, who came over to the team for Beltran years and years ago, or World Baseball Classic stud for Puerto Rico, Seth Lugo, who pitched some lights out games with them. The team also lost Luan Lagares to a lat strain. He will most likely not be ready for opening day, and Lagares was actually projected to be a late-inning defensive replacement for the Mets. For Curtis Granderson in center field, typically they bring in Lagares in 7th, 8th inning, get that defense out there, maybe one at bat. And earlier today, I was reading Sports Illustrated. They released their baseball preview. We actually have the Red Sox in our region. I believe the middle of the country has the Cubs, and then out on the west side has Mike Trout on the front. SI always good with their previews for sports. Sports Illustrated released that they think the Dodgers will take the MLB crown this year, beating out the Cleveland Indians in the World Series. They think the Indians will get back to it. Now, SI has not been right in, I think, ever since they've been doing the previews.
They've
So
never been right.
It could. I'm not 100% sure on that.
Okay.
But it could be a bad omen for Dodgers fans. So Sean Jones, if you're out there watching, good luck. SI just had you guys win in the World Series. SI actually seems to share the same sentiments here as we do here at YDST, that the NL is very weak and there's really only those top 6 teams. I think they had the Cubs #1, Dodgers #2, Nationals 3, Mets 4, Giants 5, Cardinals 6, which is obviously what we've been saying. Might have been a little different rotation than us, but same sentiment there. And then one last headline before we hop into an injury and our story. We actually end the headlines with some interesting praise. Chicago Cubs team president Theo Epstein has made Fortune magazine's World's Greatest Leader, to which he responded, I can't even get my dog to stop peeing in the house.
Who comes up with this?
Yeah, these...
World leader.
In the sports world, maybe he is. I mean, he's a young guy.
No, there was like other men on that.
Right. No, I know the list that you're talking about, and the only thing I can speak for with Theo is obviously he is the brightest GM in all of baseball, I think. He's headed some great Red Sox teams, and also now some great Cubs teams, which look to be going on for a long time at this point. So if you want to call that a leader, sure, he's one of the best in his department.
I guess.
Funny little comment there from him. You know, obviously a humble guy, been around the block in the MLB here, and good for him.
Has a couple rings. Rings.
Yeah, he's definitely got some diamonds on the hands. And then we do have one injury here, one really notable injury. Obviously, we talked about the Mets earlier.
Steven Matz.
But we do have an injury down here. Another pitcher has fallen victim to Tommy John surgery. San Francisco Giants reliever Will Smith was supposed to be the 8th inning setup guy, and he will now miss the entire season. Just signed a nice big contract with the Giants. Nice contract for a reliever, at least. So
sure.
Unfortunate for him. Hopefully he can come back strong next season, but we'll definitely be out for the whole season, as all these Tommy John surgeries so often do.